All right, guys, it is 3:18 p.m. We're going to do a little bit of early Saturday night spread 'em and get the game picks in for this Sunday. Um, we went, what was it, 7-9 last week, but we did hit the Hescalade get paid pick of the week. The Jags covered 5 on the Colts. We also got the Jets on Monday night, even without Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, had a couple tough ones in there. Had a couple bad picks. Obviously, the Bengals got blown out. The Steelers got rocked. So that was a bad call. And the Commanders did win, I believe, but only scored or covered by 1. And again, our faith in the Texans was ridiculous. So also the Bears let us down, but the Chargers Dolphins game went back and forth. That's not a big one. And the Rams, who knew? Who knew? Anyway, let's move on. 7-9. We're down $10 from last week. $10. So we bet 20 a game and 50 on the big one. So let's get going here. Sorry. First game is a 1:00. We got the Ravens, who are 1-0, heading to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. We're 0-1. Bengals got to cover 3. 46.5 is the over/under. Ravens got a few injuries. Like I said, the Bengals played crappy last week. That being said, I think they bounced back. They're home. They always play pretty well against the Ravens, and the Ravens are down a couple in the secondary, and they're missing their left tackle, I believe. So, yeah, and Andrews is supposed to be back, but he missed last week, late scratch. So it's one of them things where, coming back from injury, we'll see. Maybe they test him out, but they're a little careful. Either way, give me the Bengals cover 3. 1-0 Packers at 1-0 Falcons. Falcons are favored by 1.5. 40 is the over/under. I'm gonna take the Packers here. I think it might be legit. As far as I don't know if they're. I don't want to say they're not gonna miss a step without Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love's picking up the pace, if you will. But I think they're gonna look different. But I think they're better than the Falcons. I think. Maybe they slow down the run game a little bit, and we'll see what the Falcons do throwing the ball. But regardless, we're going to take the Packers plus 1.5 there on the road. 1-0 Raiders at the 0-1 Bills. Bills have to cover 8. 47 is the over/under. I think this one's a little tough because 8's a lot. But the Raiders are going to Buffalo. I think Buffalo is going to kind of show up a little bit, be better than they were last week. So we're going to take the Bills cover 8. Big number, but we'll take the Bills. 0-1 Seahawks head to the Lions, who are 1-0. 4.5 is the spread for the Lions there. And 47 is the over-under there. This one I kind of thought about a little bit. The Seahawks, I think, are going to play better. And the Lions just beat the Chiefs, so I feel like there's a letdown factor. That being said, I think the Lions look pretty good. They're going to be without one of their tackles. Decker's out, I think. But I don't know how much of that is going to really affect them because I don't think Seattle's pass rush is that impressive. So I'm going to take the Lions to cover 4.5. I think they just pound them. I think they run the ball pretty well again. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown does work. So 0-1 Chargers at 0-1 Titans. Titans are home dogs, getting 2.5. 45.5 is over/under. Eckler's out, I believe. I think that's pretty big. But the Titans have the worst pass defense in the league, or pass coverage defense anyway. So I think the Chargers, I think Herbert has a nice game, and they cover 3 points. I think this one could be pretty close, but 3 points. Chargers on the road. Excuse me. Avoid going 0-2. The 0-1 Bears head to Tampa Bay to play the surprisingly 1-0 Bucks with Baker Mayfield. Bucks are at home, got to cover 2.5. 41's the over/under. I think the Bears look kind of atrocious. I like some of the players they got. I think there's hope for the future. I think they'll be better as the season goes on. I think it's early though. That being said, I'm going to take the Bucks to cover 2.5 because I think they look pretty good all in all. Yeah, we're going to stick with that. I thought about making that the pick of the week. The 0-1 Chiefs head to Jacksonville to play the 1-0 Jags. Jags are home dogs, 3 points, getting 3 at home. 51's the over/under. Kelsey's back. But again, like I said, when somebody comes back from injury, I'm always a little cautious. And Chris Jones is back. That's big. That is big. I think this one's back and forth, but I think at the end, the Jags get it. I think they cover the 3. I'm going to take the Jags and the Chiefs, the defending champs, start 0-2. It's a long season, though. I don't know if that's going to put them out already. Here, this one I like. The 0-1 Colts head to the 0-1 Texans. Texans favored by a point. 39.5 is the over-under, which is one of the lowest ones. That's about the lowest. There's a couple other ones this week for the over-under. I am going to take the Colts. I think Richardson's too much to handle for the Texans. I think they got a lot of parts they still need. And, C.J. Stroud might not play. Not that that's a big loss for them right now to not have a rookie quarterback. But give me the Colts. And let's go ahead. No, actually, you know what? I got it. We're just going normal on that. $20 on that one. All right. Next, 49ers 1-0 at the Rams, who are 1-0. Rams getting 7 at home. 45.5 over under. Rams are pretty depleted as receivers go. And I think that rookie they got, Puka. I don't know if he's going to play. I think he's questionable. They said he was limited all week, but Sean McVay seems positive that he will play. Niners too much to handle, dude. Drop the hammer. Take the Niners +7, or covering 7, on the road. It's a short drive. 0-1 Giants at the 0-1 Cardinals. Cardinals home dogs, 4 getting 4. 39.5 is the over-under on this one. I think the Cardinals stink. The Giants just got rocked by 40. So this one, flip it, I guess. We're gonna take the Giants. Actually, you know what? Bounce that back. We're taking the Cardinals. I don't know why, but Cardinals in 4. That one's just tough. I just flipped the coin, guessed twice. 1-0 Jets at 1-0 Cowboys. This is a battle of good defense. Cowboys 8.5. 38.5 is the over/under. I'm gonna take the Jets. I know it's Zach Wilson. I know the Cowboys just shut out the Giants. I know it's not a positive thing with their offensive line, but excuse me, I think the Jets defense keeps them in it. I think they make a couple plays, game's close, and 38.5 over under. Give me that all day. I think there's gonna be like 12 points scored in this game. So we're taking the Jets to cover 8.5. Plus, I think that team's gonna rally a little bit off the loss of Aaron Rodgers. I think everybody's going to pick up their game, at least right now. I think as the season wears on, that might get to them, that they're having to pick up the slack and, that they don't have what they thought they were going to have. But right now, I think they're still up there on the fact that they got to pick it up. So we'll take the Jets. 1-0 Commanders head to Denver to play the 0-1 Broncos. 3.5, the Broncos are favored by at home. 38.5, another tiny spread, or tiny over-under. I really want the Broncos to go 0-2 because I think Sean Payton has a big mouth and I don't care about him. Nothing against him. But, I just think talking all that junk before even coach the game was funny. It'd be different if they were about to go in the playoffs or something. Scary Terry played last week. He's supposedly full practice all week. Good pass rush there. Give me the Commanders +3.5. We'll take the points on this one. They travel there, and I think it's going to be another pretty good defensive game. Sunday night. This is going to be a good one. I'll be tuning into this at some point. 1-0 Dolphins at the 0-1 Patriots. Patriots home dogs getting 2.5. 46.5 is the over/under, making it one of the higher over-unders of the week. I think the Dolphins' offense obviously looked amazing, scoring 36. I think their defense looked bad, giving up 34. So I've heard a lot of people talk about it on TV, and a lot of people are liking the Patriots on this one, and I think I'm going to jump on that bandwagon too. just because I think Belichick finds a way to take away something. And maybe that's Tua. Maybe they get to Tua and getting rid of the ball earlier. I know Tyreek Hill's amazing. I think he still gets his. But the Patriots' offense looked a lot better. 2.5. I think New England gets this one. I don't know why. Maybe they break out the Wildcat like the Dolphins did a few years ago when everybody was confused. Well, shoot, it's probably been about 10 years now. But yeah, well, give me the Pats on 2.5 with home dogs. 1-0 Saints head to Carolina to play the 0-1 Panthers. +3, 39.5 is the over-under. So the Panthers are home dogs with 3. I'm taking the Saints all day. I would probably take them twice if I could. I just think the Panthers stink. Bryce Young is still young. I think the Saints are going to get going a little bit. I think last week was the first game. David Carr, I don't think is that bad. I think they got a couple good weapons. I think they got a pretty solid defense. So give me the Saints, which leads us to our last pick, which is also going to be the Hescalade Get Paid pick of the week. And this is a first time here. We've never done this. 1-0 Browns head to the 0-1 Steelers. Steelers are home dogs 2.5, 38.5 over under. I am taking the Cleveland Browns, Nick Chubb, and that defense right now to beat the Steelers by 2.5, and I'm putting 50 on that one with the Hescalade Get Paid pick of the week. The first time we've ever made the Cleveland Browns a Hescalade Get Paid pick of the week. Now, watch them come out and be a letdown because they just beat the Bengals and they're all high about that in the season opener. And the Steelers probably have their number. But I think the Browns are covering 2.5 on the road. I think they're going to Nick Chubb them to death. I think Watson makes a couple throws. The Steelers look kind of rough. They're without Cameron Hayward. I think it's going to hurt. I think TJ Watt gets his, but Myles Garrett is a monster. I think he's going to drive him crazy. And the Steelers are without Johnson, putting Allen Robinson, and I think, is it Travion Austin? I don't know. They got nobody to throw to. I don't know. I just think Myles Garrett eats. So give me the Browns. All right, recap real quick. Bengals home cover 3 against the Ravens. Packers on the road getting 1.5 against the Falcons. Bills cover 8 at home against the Raiders. Lions at home cover 4.5 against the Seahawks. Chargers go on the road cover 2.5 against the Titans. Bucks at home in my almost Hescalade Get Paid pick of the week, covering 2.5 against the Bears. Jags at home dogs, getting 3, beat the Chiefs. Well, at least cover. Colts go on the road, +1, beat Texans. Niners head over to LA and kick the Rams' butt by more than 7. Cardinals home dogs at 4 in the surprising pick in my own head. Still don't like it. Cardinals +4 against the Giants. Jets on the road getting 8.5 at Dallas. The Commanders rolling to Denver, getting 3.5 to cover there. Patriots home dogs 2.5 against the Dolphins in a scary but I think good pick. And then Monday night we went road dogs twice. We took the Saints, or actually road favorites. We took the Saints to go into Carolina, cover 3 against the Panthers. And we got the Browns in the Hescalade Get Paid pick of the week, going to the Steel City and covering 2.5 against the Steelers for 50. Like I said, we're 7-9 on the year. We're 1-0 on the Hescalade Get Paid pick, and we're down $10 overall. So here we go. Let's light up week 2 and get ready for week 3. Everybody have a great weekend and good luck. Place your bets, all right? We'll see you next weekend.